Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that answers all your stock-related queries on the program. In case you're here for the first time, well, you can WhatsApp me all your questions about the stocks in your portfolio or onto your watch list as well. The number is flashing on your screens. Don't forget to mention your own name, location and your contact details when you send me all your questions here. Remember, you can also join in as far as our YouTube channel is concerned. You can join us there on our live channel. Go to Daily Calls Live, use the comment section there and send me all your queries there. I'll be happy to address it with our top market experts as well joining on the program. And the markets have actually started off this entire week on a high note. You can actually see that the Sensex has already rallied about 1,000 odd points in just the last two trading sessions. We're at the day's high point, 26,140 odd levels can actually be seen on the Nifty. So finally coming out of that very, very volatile zone and probably getting into the festive spirit as far as the markets are concerned. All the sectors hovering higher in trade, smart moves in metals, in IT stocks. Even the broader markets have picked up a lot of pace as well as we start off this entire week. So let's get started by first welcoming our guest on board. We are right now joined by Osho, who's with us. Osho Krishnan, Senior Research Analyst, Technicals and Derivatives from Angel One. Welcome to you, Osho. Good to have you with us. Well, we kickstart this truncated week on a high note. What's the expectation for the entire Christmas week?
Very good morning, Sakshi. Firstly, thank you for inviting me on the show. Well, yes, no doubt today we have seen a very strong momentum in the markets, and basically that has been because of the short covering. So this might be seen as the Santa rally that we always anticipate at the year end. So this might be the first session of it. Although the conviction will again be on the higher side once Nifty closes the zone of 26,200, then there can be some kind of higher highs, higher lows pattern on the hourly and daily time frame chart. So I'm waiting for 26,200 to get breached, and then we can have some strong conviction on the higher end. Until that, overall momentum has definitely shifted towards bullish trend. The market breadth has also been skewed towards the bullish outlook. So overall market looks very positive. Although on the conviction front only, I am waiting for just another 50 to 60 odd points. If Nifty closes above the zone of 26,200, then from there onwards, we can see a definite strong move on the higher end. We might even see lifetime highs getting breached in the week.
Okay, fair point. Osho, let's kickstart by taking some questions and we will of course come to a broad discussion on the markets and of course the outlook on the new year as well with you. Let's take some questions that are coming in on our WhatsApp first. We have a lot of our viewers joining in there. The first question for you is from one of our viewers. This is Mohit from Ludhiana. He says, good morning. I have 350 shares of Fortis Healthcare bought at 270 levels in my portfolio. My time horizon is 2 years. Can you please guide me on the same as well? Hospital space has actually had a favorable run in 2025. What about Fortis Healthcare bought at 270? What's the outlook?
See, again, the counter has seen a decent correction from the lifetime highs of 1100 towards the 200-day simple moving average. So in the short-term perspective, I'm expecting a pullback in the counter. On the higher end, 960 to 980 is the immediate target that one can expect in the counter. But again, if it gives a strong breakthrough above the zone of 980, then only we can see some kind of carried away momentum in the counter. Else, it is looking very positive. It is at a very stagnation zone. So one should stay invested in the counter. 980 will be the short-term target and a breakthrough will be awaited in this space.
Okay, got that. Let me also talk about the next query then. We have this question coming in from Mr. Chandra Singh. He's from Delhi. He says, hi ma'am, I want to know about a few things. First of all is ICICI Prudential AMC. I have 85 stocks which I have got as an IPO allotment. I want to know what exactly should my strategy be over the next 3 to 4 years. So, of course, no charts here, absolutely. Recently, an IPO that came in. Any suggestion from your own Angel One group that you may have put out as far as ICICI Prudential AMC is concerned? 1% higher today at 2614. It had a blockbuster listing though. Any suggestion on that?
We have a long-term view in the counter from the fundamental aspect. The counter is looking positive and definitely there has been a subscribe rating for this counter from medium to long-term point of view. So I would advise to stay invested in the counter if the time horizon is more than 1 year or 2 years. Else technically there is no chart, so definitely there is no view for the time being. But definitely one should stay invested from longer term perspective.
Okay, let's take the next question. This one is from our YouTube that we are getting. Anuj Singh has written in first, says, good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon to you as well, Anuj. He says, I want to know, talk about National Aluminium, NALCO. 153 के रेट पर इनके पास 500 शेयर्स हैं, लगभग इनको 90% का प्रॉफिट भी हो रहा है. अभी आपसे जानना चाहते हैं कि इसको होल्ड करके चलें या सेल करके निकल जाएं. 291 पर चल रहा है, खरीदा इन्होंने 153 के रेट पर था, तो लगभग इनका जो है 90% तक का प्रॉफिट है. पहले तो अनुज जी आपको बधाई, बहुत ही अच्छे एंट्री लेवल पर आपने नाल्को को खरीदा. आज भी 4.5% ऊपर है ये और दिन के उच्चतम स्तरों पर. मेटल्स में एक ओवरऑल सुपर बुलिश रन देखने को भी मिल रही है. तो अब ये बताइए ओशो जी, क्या करें? 90% प्रॉफिट है, लेकर निकल जाएं या अभी भी और यहाँ से आगे तेजी देखने को मिल सकती है?
फर्स्टली तो बहुत कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस, बिकॉज काफी लोअर लेवल से बाय किया हुआ है एंड काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग लेवल से बाय किया हुआ है काउंटर. अभी भी स्ट्रेंथ टेक्निकली काफी पॉजिटिव है, अपने शॉर्ट टर्म मूविंग एवरेज के ऊपर ही परसिस्ट कर रहा है. ऑल्दो शॉर्ट टर्म में जो इसका टारगेट है वो नियरली 296-98 के अराउंड है, बट ओवरऑल मोमेंटम के हिसाब से आपको बिल्कुल इस काउंटर को होल्ड रखना चाहिए. मुझे लगता है 265 का एक स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट लेवल से, तो अपने प्रॉफिट्स को ट्रेल करिए 265 के स्टॉप लॉस से. हायर लेवल्स पे अगेन 300 एक क्रूशियल हर्डल रहेगा एंड हो सकता है थोड़ा करेक्शन या प्रॉफिट बुकिंग भी देखने को मिले, बट ओवरऑल स्ट्रेंथ काफी पॉजिटिव है एंड आपको इस स्ट्रेंथ के साथ मोमेंटम के साथ बने रहना चाहिए.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next question. This one is from Shomalia Biswas. He is from Kolkata. He says, I have 400 shares of Capri Global at the rate of 181. The question that he has is, what is the target and the stop loss and the whole duration that you would advise him as far as, shares of Capri Global are concerned? Osho, we couldn't hear you. Are you on mute by any chance?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I was saying that this counter is on a low trading volume, so there is no very strong momentum or technicals that can be seen in this space, but overall, technically, it is at a 200-day exponential moving average and simple moving average, so I'm expecting that some bounce or some relief pullback can be seen in the counter. Overall, technically, it's better to exit from the counter because there has been no major traction. The volumes are also very low. Parameters are also on a sluggish note, so better to exit from the counter and look for opportunities in the same space but in different counters. So it's not advisable to stay invested for longer period. Any bounce towards 195 can be seen as an opportunity to exit this counter.
Okay, got that. Let me also take the next question now. This one is from one of our viewers, Shubham Yadav. He says, I am from Pune. Hi Shubham, nice to hear from you. The question he has is on Shriram Finance. He has 500 shares at around 200 levels. He wants to know what should be the current strategy on the stock. It is at an all-time high, so should I book my profits also at this stage? It's an interesting time to look at Shriram Finance, and you probably got a very early entry at 200 rupees, so you are definitely enjoying all those whopping profits that you are seeing on the stock, 5% higher. Of course, the momentum started last week with MUFG acquisition news. Today, brokerage houses have given targets of even up to 1100 levels on Shriram Finance as well. So there are many brokerage houses that are penciling in higher moves. But what would you recommend, Osho, for somebody who had, price at 200 odd levels for Shriram Finance, sitting on good profits? What should be the strategy?
Overall, if it is not required, the money is not required at present, it's better to stay invested because on weekly time frame chart, the counter has given a very strong breakout and technically the target comes around the zone of 1180 to 1200. So that will be the target, but that's from medium to long term perspective. Looking at the momentum, no doubt there might be some kind of profit booking from the higher zone of 960, 980, but that should be seen as a healthy correction or healthy profit booking from higher levels. 1180, 1200 is the target from medium to long term perspective. For now, it will be advisable to trail profits on the higher end. 850, 860 is a very strong support level. So one can trail their profits towards 860 and keep holding the position from medium to long term.
Okay, let me also take another query, and this one is from one of our viewers, Vinita Gupta on our YouTube. Says, good afternoon Sakshi, good afternoon to you as well, Vinita. The question she has is that she has to look at two stocks. First of all is Bharat Forge, the second one is Samvardhan Motherson. She has a long-term view on both, and she wants to know what could be the targets that she can expect on both these stocks going forward from here. Short to medium term kind of a time frame is what she has. Bharat Forge as well as Samvardhan Motherson. Bharat Forge currently trading 0.5% higher at 1448. At this point in time is sideways. Let's also pull up Motherson Sumi or Samvardhan Motherson as it is now called and see the current levels of around 120. How would you look at it?
Firstly, the Bharat Forge count is looking positive to me. There has been a strong double bottom formation on the weekly time frame chart with breakout around the zone of 1350, 1360. So I'm expecting that from medium term point of view, another 300 point of rally can be expected. That means 1750, 1800 can be seen as the target from a medium term point of view. From a shorter duration, I'm expecting 1540 to 1560 as immediate target. But that's from short term point of view and from a trader's point of view. Overall, I am having a bullish approach and 1750 will be the target that one can expect in the counter. The other one, Motherson, has also seen a very decent move. There has been a strong vertical rally in the counter and there has been higher highs, higher lows kind of a pattern. So technically the next potential hurdle or next potential target is seen around the zone of 132 to 135. Overall, the counter is looking very positive. Dips are being used to buying from the buyers in the market. So I'm expecting that any kind of dip towards 115 to 110 should be seen as an opportunity, and on the higher end 135 will be the immediate target that one can expect in this counter.
Okay, got that. Let me also look at the next question. This one is from Aarti Jain. She wants to know from you, Osho, on Bharat Wire Ropes.
Well, this counter is not into my radar.
Okay. Let me just quickly see. Maybe it is a BSE listed company. Maybe let me just quickly look at the stock. It is an NSE listed company. It's currently trading at 184.3. Bharat Wire is how you will be able to find it. Maybe last 5 days of a momentum shows that the stock has moved up about 5% and in the last 6 months the stock has in fact fallen by about 14%. Only in the last 1 month or so there has been some pickup that we see. Any suggestion on this one?
Technically the counter is forming a base near the zone of 160, 165. But again on the higher end we are witnessing a kind of rejection towards the zone of 210. So it will be advisable that if it breaches the zone of 210 on a decisive or on a sustainable manner, then from there onwards we can expect some kind of pullback in the counter. So overall it is at a decent levels. It's not very lucrative at present, but if already invested, then stay invested in the counter. 210 will be the first potential target, and a breakthrough above 210 can provide some kind of pullback towards 245 to 50 in the coming future.
Okay, let's take the next question. This one is from one of our viewers, Moria, from Bengaluru. She wants to know on SBI, specifically for the January series, can Moria go ahead and buy the call option of 1000 levels? What would you recommend here?
See, currently, I won't advise to buy 1000 call option January series. Firstly, because options are very strongly, one should buy when the counter is into momentum. No doubt the technicals are very positive, but again, there will be theta decay and that might provide some kind of correction in the premium for 1000 call option. Overall, the trend is positive, but if it breaches the zone of 985 to 990 on a decisive manner, then looking at the momentum, one can definitely try to accumulate position, or one can even look to buy the January month contract 1000 call option. But at present, the stock is technically it is at a positive front, but momentum is lacking in this counter. So do not buy call strike at present levels.
Okay. Let's take the next question. This one is from Deepika from Delhi. She's written on our WhatsApp, says, hi ma'am, I want to know about stock options. के लिए स्टॉक्स को कैसे चूज करना चाहिए, हाई बीटा या लो बीटा स्टॉक्स को कैसे पहचानना चाहिए और कहां पर इसमें स्ट्रैटेजी फॉलो होगी? बहुत ही अच्छा सवाल है दीपिका आपका। और ये भी अच्छी बात है कि आप स्टॉक ऑप्शंस में ट्रेड करने से पहले एक प्रोफेशनल एडवाइस लेना चाह रहे हैं। ओशो डेफिनेटली आपको बहुत ही बढ़िया यहाँ पर गाइड कर सकते हैं। जो भी लोग, अगर आप स्टार्ट करते हैं, स्पेशली अगर आप ऑप्शंस ट्रेडिंग स्टार्ट करते हैं, तो बहुत केयरफुल रहने की जरूरत है। पिछले 1 साल में आपने देखा होगा कि सेबी ने लगातार ये बोला है कि 90% ऑफ एफएनओ ट्रेडर्स लूज मनी, और उसका कारण ये है कि लोगों के पास एक प्रोफेशनल अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं होती है ऑप्शंस की, और केवल हायर रिवॉर्ड के लिए कई लोग अट्रैक्टेड हो जाते हैं। तो ये अच्छी बात है कि आप एक प्रोफेशनल एडवाइस के साथ आगे बढ़ना चाहती हैं। ओशो, दीपिका जैसे बहुत सारे हमारे व्यूअर्स होंगे जो कि इस समय समझना चाहते हों कि ऑप्शंस में उनको कैसे आगे बढ़ना है, किस तरीके के स्टॉक्स को चूज करना है, रणनीति क्या होनी चाहिए। एक बेसिक आइडिया बताइए कि कोई भी अगर स्टार्ट कर रहा है तो कहाँ गलती हो सकती है, वो ना करें।
ये सबसे पहले तो काफी इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है, बिकॉज ऑप्शन को लेकर के काफी ज्यादा लुक्रेटिवनेस आने लगे हैं मार्केट में। तो बिल्कुल अपना नॉलेज को बिल्कुल फर्म रखने के बाद ही ऑप्शंस मार्केट में एंटर करनी चाहिए। हाई बीटा एंड लो बीटा में डिफरेंस ये होता है कि हाई बीटा इज वेरी वोलाटाइल, हर दिन हम उसमें काफी ज्यादा ट्रैक्शन, इफ नॉट हर दिन देन रेगुलरली उसमें हम काफी ज्यादा ट्रैक्शन या काफी ज्यादा वोलेटिलिटी देखने को मिल सकती है। लो बीटा जैसे हाई कंपनीज हो गए, स्ट्रॉन्ग कंपनीज हो गए, जैसे एसबीआई हो गया, एचयूएल हो गया, रिलायंस हो गया, जिसमें बहुत ज्यादा फ्लक्चुएशंस देखने को नहीं मिलते। सो वैसे कंपनीज को हमें बाइफरकेट करके रखना चाहिए। बहुत ही सेगमेंट भी है, अगर आप एनएसई के वेबसाइट में देखेंगे तो वहां पे आपको बीटा सेगमेंट के स्टॉक्स भी दिखाई दे देंगे कि कौन कौन से काउंटर्स में लो बीटा देखने को मिलते हैं। उसी काउंटर के एक्सपेक्टेशन में जब भी हम देखते हैं ओपन इंटरेस्ट एंड प्राइस का काफी ज्यादा मोमेंटम यहाँ पे हमें वॉच रखना पड़ता है। जो भी सबसे ज्यादा ओपन इंटरेस्ट जिसमें सबसे ज्यादा बिल्डअप होते हुए दिखाई देता है एंड प्राइस एक्शन भी उसके अकॉर्डेंस में मूव करता है, तब हमें उस अप्रोच लेना चाहिए ऑप्शंस बाई या सेल करने का। मेजरली अगर सबसे पहले फर्स्ट एंट्री है तो ऑप्शन बाई की ही सलाह बनेगी, बिकॉज सेल में मार्जिन एंड रिस्क दोनों ही काफी ज्यादा रहते हैं। तो ऑप्शन बाई करने में भी आपको ओपन इंटरेस्ट वर्सेस प्राइस के रिलेशन को देख करके चलना चाहिए कि अगर लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल ओपन इंटरेस्ट इंक्रीज हो रहा है एंड प्राइस भी साथ में उसका इंक्रीज होते हुए दिखाई दे रहा है, तो वो एक लॉन्ग एडिशन का एजम्पशन दिखाई देता है। तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग्स में अपना व्यू लेकर के चलना चाहिए। तो बहुत सारे स्टडीज हैं, बहुत सारे पैरामीटर्स हैं जो कि हमें चेक करना चाहिए बिफोर डायरेक्टली मूविंग इनटू ऑप्शन मार्केट। सो अकॉर्डिंगली आप बहुत डिटेल में एक बार पढ़ लें ऑप्शंस मार्केट के बारे में, उसके बाद ही आप ऑप्शंस मार्केट में एंटर करें। टिल दैट टाइम कैश मार्केट से आपको बहुत ज्यादा हेल्प मिल जाएगी।
ओके, I hope, Deepika, this has truly helped you out in understanding what exactly should be the strategy when you go ahead and look at options trading. Let's take the next question. हमारे पास साक्षी पाल का सवाल आया है। ये स्टरलाइट टेक्नोलॉजीज में शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए एक फ्रेश एंट्री लेना चाहती हैं ओशो, और आपसे जानना चाह रही हैं कि कहां पर एंट्री लेना सही रहेगा।
अब इस काउंटर में देखें तो डेफिनेटली पिछले 2 दिनों में काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग ट्रैक्शन आया है, वो भी 200 डे सिंपल मूविंग एवरेज से। वॉल्यूम बेस्ड टर्न अराउंड है, तो आप इवन करंट लेवल्स पे स्टैगर्ड मैनर में एक्यूमुलेट करना स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। 105 से 102 का काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट है, तो उस जोन के आसपास आए तो एक्यूमुलेट अपना अग्रवेट कर सकते हैं। हायर लेवल्स पे 120 से 125 के टारगेट्स रहेंगे। अगर इसे ब्रेक थ्रू करता है तो कंटिन्यूड मोमेंटम देखने को मिल सकता है। हेल्थ शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए 105 के आसपास बाई करें, 97, 98 का स्टॉप लॉस मेंटेन करें एंड 125 के टारगेट्स के लिए काउंटर को होल्ड रखने की सलाह बने।
ओके, let's take the next question. This one is from Alize. Alize says, sir, BLS International में कैसे अभी आउटलुक है और क्या अभी इसमें फ्रेश एंट्री लेना सही रहेगा?
BLS इंटरनेशनल में ओवरऑल देखें ट्रेंड इज वीक। ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग यहाँ पे ट्रेंड बनते हुए दिखाई दे रहा है। अपने लॉन्ग टर्म मूविंग एवरेज के नीचे है काउंटर, तो थोड़ा वेट करना चाहिए। बिकॉज अगर हम शॉर्ट टर्म में देखें तो इसका बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग रिजेक्शन आया है 100 एक्सपोनेंशियल मूविंग एवरेज के आसपास से। तो 340 काफी क्रूशियल हर्डल है। इन केस 340 के ऊपर काउंटर निकलता है तब बाई करें। हायर लेवल्स पे 362 से 365 तक के टारगेट्स हमें देखने को मिल सकते हैं शॉर्ट टर्म।
Okay, let's also look at taking the next question now. This one is from one of our viewers again on our YouTube that we have. Okay, Satyanarayan Rao Kulkarni says, good afternoon Sakshi, good afternoon आपको भी सत्या. Question इनका है, which healthcare stock is good for a portfolio long term SIP that I should start doing as well? That's a good question again Osho. Healthcare एक ऐसा sector है which will continue to remain in existence and growing over the next 5-10 years or till eternity as well. The big question comes in then, which are the stocks that one should identify if one wants to play a long term story? Pharma sector और healthcare sector कोई ऐसे sectors भी नहीं होते किसी एक साल में डबल ट्रिपल 4 times कर दें आपका पैसा, लेकिन consistent रहते हैं और of course इनके ऊपर काफी volatility इस बार ये हमने देखी. Healthcare तो definitely internal है, लेकिन pharma को अगर आप देखें तो export oriented sector से भी काफी impact पड़ता हुआ नजर आया external environment से. लेकिन पूरा हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर देखे तो ऐसे में से कौन से आप स्टॉक्स ऐसे चुनेंगे जिनको लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए पोर्टफोलियो में आराम से रखा जा सकता है और एसआईपी की जा सकती है?
ओवरऑल देखें हेल्थ केयर स्पेस इज वेरी पॉजिटिव. अगर जैसा आपने इनिशियली बताया कि यहाँ पे आपके रिटर्न्स 2 डिजिट में आ सकते हैं, बट एक्सपेक्टिंग कि 2x या 3x हो जाएगा, सो दैट शुड नॉट बी द सीन. बट ओवरऑल मुझे लगता है कि काफी काउंटर्स हैं हेल्थ केयर स्पेस में जो कि काफी पोटेंशियल रखते हैं. सबसे पहला है अपोलो हॉस्पिटल. अपोलो हॉस्पिटल में एक कंसिस्टेंसी है इसके रिटर्न्स की, एंड अभी अगर हम करंट लेवल्स पे भी देखें तो काफी अच्छे जोन पे ट्रेड कर रहा है, होवर कर रहा है. सो करंट लेवल्स पे भी बाई किया जा सकता है. पहला टारगेट इसका मीडियम से लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए नियरली 79 से 8,000 का रहेगा, एंड उसे ब्रेक थ्रू करता है सो वहां से इवन 1,000 प्लस तक के टारगेट्स हमें देखने को मिल सकते हैं. तो पहला इस स्पेस में पहला काउंटर है अपोलो हॉस्पिटल. दूसरा डॉक्टर रेड्डी भी काफी पॉजिटिव है. डॉक्टर रेड्डी में अगर हम देखें, ऑल्दो ईयर ऑन ईयर इस साल थोड़ा सा नेगेटिव रिटर्न पे है, 7% का रिटर्न है, बट ओवरऑल काफी पॉजिटिव सेटअप के साथ ये काउंटर ट्रेड कर रहा है. लोअर एंड से एक अच्छा रिवर्सल आया, तो मुझे लगता है आने वाले दिन पे काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग मोमेंटम इस काउंटर में देखने को मिल सकता है. मीडियम से लॉन्ग टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव के लिए नियरली 1650 से 1700 के टारगेट्स हैं, तो इस काउंटर को भी आप अपने पोर्टफोलियो में ऐड कर सकते हैं.
Okay, let's also look at the next query now. This one is from one of our viewers again on our YouTube that we have. Okay, Gagan Khemani has written to us, says, good afternoon ma'am, good afternoon to you as well. Gagan, good to hear from you. हिंदुस्तान जिंक है इनके पास और एक और शेयर है जेके टायर्स इनके पास. शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए ही निवेशित है. हिंदुस्तान जिंक 516 पर खरीदा है और जेके टायर्स 384 की इनकी खरीद है. ओशो, दोनों पर शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए कहां पर आपको ज्यादा अपसाइड नजर आ रही है?
तो हिंदुस्तान जिंक में देखें बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग मोमेंटम है, एंड जिस लेवल पे आपने बाई किया वहां से काउंटर काफी डिसाइसिवली सर्ज करते हुए दिखाई दे रहा है. हायर लेवल्स पे 650 के आसपास इसका पोटेंशियल टारगेट है, तो अभी अपने पोजीशन को होल्ड रखिए. अपने प्रॉफिट्स को ट्रेल कर सकते हैं. 580 575 का स्टॉप लॉस मेंटेन करें, एंड 650 तक के टारगेट्स आपको इस काउंटर में देखने को मिल सकते हैं. एंड जेके टायर में देखें तो टायर स्पेस में पिछले हफ्ते से काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग ट्रैक्शन है, एंड जिस हिसाब का ब्रेकआउट आया है जेके टायर में, मुझे लगता है हायर लेवल्स पे 580 से 600 तक के टारगेट्स इसमें देखने को मिल सकते हैं. तो आप इसमें भी बिल्कुल निवेशित रहें. मुझे लगता है पहला ऑल द पोटेंशियल हर्डल जो है वो नियर अबाउट 510 से 520 के जोन पे है, एंड ये ब्रेक थ्रू करते ही 580 तक के लेवल्स आपको जेके टायर्स में देखने को मिल सकते हैं. तो ये काउंटर भी काफी पॉजिटिव है, लास्ट वीक से ट्रैक्शन है, तो दोनों ही काउंटर्स को अभी मीडियम टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव से होल्ड करने की सलाह बनी.
Okay, let's take the next question. This one is from one of our viewers again. Okay, we have this question from Avnish, and he says, hello Osho sir. Sir, IREDA 129 पर लिया हुआ है मैंने और अब 136 पर तो पहुंच गया है. नहीं, मेरे पास 179 के, सॉरी, ही क्वेश्चन इज अ लिटिल कंफ्यूजिंग. ही सेज मेरे पास 179 पे हैं इरिडा के शेयर्स और 129 से अब ये 2 बार रिवर्सल ले चुका है, 136 पर आ चुका है. अब आपको क्या लगता है आउटलुक, और खासतौर पर इनका प्राइस कब तक आ सकता है, इसका कुछ अंदाजा अगर उनको मिल पाए?
सबसे पहले इरेडा में अगर हम देखें तो पिछले महीने एक अच्छा ब्रेकडाउन होते हुए दिखाई दिया था. 140 142 के आसपास काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट था जहां से ब्रेकडाउन हुआ है काउंटर में. सो उस जोन को पहला रेजिस्टेंस देखने को मिल सकता है. सो दैट शुड बी द फर्स्ट हर्डल. एक बार 145 के ऊपर निकलता है काउंटर, तब हमें थोड़ा ट्रैक्शन पॉजिटिव टर्न अराउंड होते हुए दिखाई दे सकता है. बट अगेन नेक्स्ट पोटेंशियल हर्डल जो है वो नियरली 155 का है. तो 145 फॉलोड बाय 155, ये दो मेजर हर्डल हैं जिसके बाद ही हमें एक अच्छा ट्रैक्शन बनते हुए दिखाई दे सकता है. बट जैसा आपने पॉइंट आउट किया कि लोअर लेवल से एक अच्छा बाउंस देखने को मिल रहा है, सो हो सकता है ये अर्ली सिग्नल है रिवर्सल्स के. टेक्निकली भी अगर हम देखें तो ओवरसोल्ड टेरेन से टर्न अराउंड हो रहा है काउंटर. तो मुझे लगता है कि यस, नो डाउट यहाँ से थोड़ा रिवर्सल देखने को मिल सकते हैं. बट अगेन 145 एंड 55 ये दो क्रूशियल हर्डल है. इसे ब्रेकआउट करने के बाद ही एक अच्छा ट्रैक्शन बनते हुए दिखाई दे सकता है. एंड इवन आप इसके ऊपर और पोजीशंस भी ऐड कर सकते हैं.
Okay, got that. Now, Osho, towards the end, now let's go across to understanding your broad outlook for the new year 2026. Let's start off with the Sensex and the Nifty first. Sensex has already rallied about 1,000 points in the last two sessions. What's your outlook there? Looking at the Nifty, which is hovering near all-time high levels, but has been facing a lot of resistance at higher levels. What is your outlook on the Nifty also for the new year, that's 2026?
See, overall, I'm having a very bullish approach in the market and expecting that in maybe this week or maybe by next week, we can definitely see a lifetime high in the benchmark index. So the first target that I'm expecting in Nifty is nearly 26,500, but that is not the highs that I'm expecting in the year 2026. That is the first high that one can enter into the year 2026. And after crossing to 26,500, definitely one can see the rally to be continued and a strong momentum coming back in the counter. So overall, there has been a strong V-shape or U-shape kind of a momentum or recovery in the benchmark index. So I'm expecting that with the kind of momentum, another 3,000 point of rally can be expected in the Nifty index. So I'm having nearly 29,000 as the target price for Nifty, and one should remain positive on the equity markets.
Okay. I hope this has helped you out in understanding at least where the markets are going, viewers. But Osho, we have to definitely ask you when it comes to the key stocks that you're betting big on for the new year. So by the end of the new year, when we will be talking at the same time in 2026, we can refer back to these stocks and say that, hey, you made a good amount of profit on this one. So which one are those stocks, Osho?
See, firstly, it is from IT space. TCS is looking very positive, and the kind of valuation it is showcasing at present levels, I am having a very bullish approach in TCS. At present levels, 3,300, I am expecting that from here onwards, we can definitely expect another 1,000 point of rally. So 4,300 to 44,000, 4,400 will be the expected target in TCS. So that should be the first pick from a longer duration or 1 year kind of a time horizon. The other one is Titagarh. Titagarh Railway is again having a very strong consolidation, but I'm expecting that in the coming period, coming 1 to 2 months, there might be very strong consolidation breakout in this space. So I'm expecting that Titagarh can see very strong momentum. Although 950 to 1,000 is the immediate target from short to medium term point of view, but any breakout above 1,000 can give a very strong momentum towards 1,350 to 1,400 odd levels in this space.
Okay. I hope this has also truly helped you out there. Thank you so much, Osho, for being with us on the program and, of course, helping all our viewers out, solve their queries and giving us a fair outlook on the year 2026 as well in terms of the markets. Good to have you with us. Hope you have a fantastic week ahead.
Thank you.
All right, 26,141, we're inching higher, viewers. So 175, points higher. We're at the day's high point, 0.6%, 0.7% of a move. So it's a deep shade of green across the street as far as the markets are concerned. Finally, the festive spirit is getting into, the markets as well. Let's talk about some of the other key questions that are coming in, and let's also welcome another guest on board. We are going to be joined by Kush very shortly, but let's quickly look at the markets first, since it's the clear buzz that we are seeing in the markets. Metals 1.8% higher. Metals are soaring high, shining the brightest. You can also see, in fact, how the IT stocks are soaring, almost 1.8% higher for this one as well. So metals, IT clearly soaring in trade. Even the small caps are up by over 1%. Many small cap stocks that are buzzing in trade right now. Mid caps also about 0.8% higher. Let me actually look at some of the gainers in the Nifty 500 basket. That's actually going to give you a large understanding of where the double-digit returns are coming in onto the stocks today. Well, look at NIIT Limited, 13% higher. Sasken Technologies, 12% higher. Remember, the IT stocks are higher, so along with the large caps, even the mid caps are soaring in double-digit returns right now. Look at Sadbhav Engineering, 11% up. Jupiter Wagons from the railway space is up. Remember, Osho just talked about Titagarh Rail. Railway shares are coming back into momentum. February is when the budget will happen, and right ahead of that, are we looking at this railway rally now picking up some more pace? That's something that we are going to be focusing on with Kush when he comes in as well. Rajesh Exports is higher. Look at even names like TCI Finance, that's up in trade, almost 9% up. Ashapura Mindchem is higher in trade right now. Balaji Telefilms, Infobeam Technologies. We have all these stocks that are truly buzzing in trade right now. 8 to 17% higher as far as the stocks on the Nifty 500 list is concerned. Let me also just go across to see Nifty Next 50 returns. So after the Nifty stocks, what's happening there? The Nifty Next 50 index is up by 0.8%. Look at the shipbuilding names. Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders. So defense and railways, erstwhile favorites, coming back into flavor. Solar Industries is higher, 4% up. Defense names are soaring. Varun Beverages, 3% up. Hindustan Zinc, we already talked about how silver prices are at an all-time high, and you can clearly see a proxy play, focused here. IRFC is up from the railway pack. REC from the power space. HAL from the defense space is also up and about in trade. Vedanta from the metal space, that's also higher. You can look at all of these buzzing stocks that are buzzing. Havells is up by almost 1.5% up. So remember, we were discussing about Polycab in the morning 10 o'clock show where the Santa stocks were coming in. FMEG space is also clearly buzzing in trade. From the PSU pack, Rail Vikas Nigam, 4% up. IRFC higher. Power space, NHPC, REC both are up. You also have oil and gas names. HPCL, that's up. GAIL is up in trade. So all these PSU basket stocks are also getting into flavor right now. That's the clear momentum. You can see names like Tata Motors, Tech Mahindra, Trent, all these Tata Group stocks that are also buzzing in trade today within the Nifty stocks as well. Let's look at the banks. That's where some more momentum is creeping in. PSU banks, again 0.1% higher today. PSB, UCO, Canara Bank, they have been in a buzz because of the OFS route that the government may take to sell stake now in the coming days. Apart from this, you can also look at wealth management and brokerage space, that's also higher. IFL Finance is up, Poonawalla FinCap is up, Religare is up in trade. Shriram is of course having its own news flow there. You also have Housing and Urban Development, that's up in trade. Spandana Sfurti, Motilal Oswal Financial Services, all these stocks that are clearly buzzing in trade from the banking, broking, wealth management space as well. What else is ticking higher? We already have discussed the metals back. Healthcare, that's something where all the viewers are focused on as well. So you have names like Syngene, Mankind, Biocon. These are the ones that are truly buzzing in trade. But let's also look at where the momentum is not really buzzing at this point in time, where there is some kind of a weakness in the markets, although it's a smaller pocket today. You see names like SBI, SBI Life, HDFC Life, Tata Consumer Products, Asian Paints. These are the top laggards as far as the Nifty laggards are concerned. But I think Kush Gudasara has joined us now. Kush, good afternoon to you. Welcome. Let's take some more questions that are coming in. So many of our viewers looking to take your view on their questions, and then we will come on a broad view in a bit. Nitin asks on Meesho. He says Meesho's price has gone down quite a bit in the last couple of sessions. Should I now buy it? So Meesho is one stock with a blockbuster listing, and next few days it nearly doubled investors' money. Last couple of sessions there has been some profit taking, and today also the stock is down by 9.3% odd or so. So for those who missed out the initial rally or probably did not get the IPO, they may be thinking this, that is it the right time to buy the dip? What would you say?
Good afternoon, Sakshi. Thank you for having me on the show. Definitely talking about Meesho, I'm not a big fan of Meesho right from the beginning, even during IPO. I think it is overpriced. Still, it's into fundamentally, if you look at the numbers, they are still into negative returns, and they are facing a lot of competition. I'm sure the number which they say they have 50 crore active users, but I think margins are pretty much thin and facing a lot of competition from other online shopping portals. So I believe you should not chip in your money as of now. Wait for a couple of quarters. I think this is the common trend in the last 2 years. All newly listed stocks after 6 months, when lock-in of pre-IPO investors open up, we see some selling, and we also need to see whether valuations are justified with quarterly results. So I will suggest avoid buying Meesho as of now. Let's wait for a couple of quarters.
Fair point. Taking the next one then. This is from one of our viewers from Pondicherry that we have. This is Vengadeshwaran. Hi Vengadeshwaran, how are you? He says, I am actively investing in equity mutual funds via SIPs for the past 2 years. I am invested in some stocks also for the long term. And I want to now start option trading with a very small capital and proper risk management and proper risk reward setup as well. I tried it personally, but it was not yielding result. 6 of my 10 trades were hitting stop losses. So I want to know what is the best way to go about it. Kush, this is a very interesting question, and good that Venkateshwaran, you've actually tried, you've realized where you may be going wrong, and now you're looking at a professional advice from people like Kush who have ample amount of experience in such trades. Kush, what would you advise one of our viewers there?
So definitely you are a long-term investor, as you rightly mentioned, and I'm sure market has been pretty much range bound. So trading is not suggested currently in the markets. So if at all you want to do short-term trading, I'm sure stay with the frontline stocks. Mid caps are quite volatile. We have seen index cracking down a lot compared to Nifty. So I would suggest continue what you have been doing in mutual funds by doing SIP and accumulating mutual fund. For stock specific, maybe you should be strict with blue chip companies. There may be chances of hitting stop losses would be comparatively lower probability. So something like Reliance, SBI. So you can trade in frontline stocks which are directly related with Nifty, so that you won't miss the rally. So any Nifty 50 stocks, choose high beta stocks for trading. Yes, stop losses might trigger in few trades, but overall you will gain a lot. So for short term trading, I always advise to stick with Nifty 50 or max Nifty 100 stocks.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next query then. We have this question again from one of our viewers who's writing in on our WhatsApp. Jatin, he says, I have 100 shares of KEI Industries at 4,500. I have a time frame of 1.5 years. What is the outlook on KEI right now? Kush.
So definitely, KEI Industry is hitting a new high as we speak for this calendar year, if I'm not wrong. But recent highs, to be specific, recent highs it has breached. Definitely, momentum indicators is looking good. Volumes are great since last 3 sessions. So hold on to KEI Industries. Stop loss would remain strictly at 39.50. I know stop loss is a bit lower than current market price, but your view is also for 1.5 years. So definitely stop loss is around 39.50, but reward will be also on a higher side. I believe we may cross 5,000 mark in next couple of quarters.
Okay, let's take the next question. This one is from Sumit Ghosh. He says, Kush sir, I have Petronet LNG at 340. 1 year के लिए मैंने लिया हुआ है, इसे hold कर दूं या फिर exit कर दूं?
Petronet LNG definitely is a low beta stock, but I guess you are incurring some losses. So hold on, it is forming base. I think recent lows at 265 is going to be a great support for coming couple of months. So 265, keep a stop loss. Once we break about 285, we will review it again, and then we can average it on the upside when we will catch up some momentum. So as of now, hold it. If we cross 285, you can come back to us and we will try to give you best rate.
Okay, let's take the next question, and this one is from one of our viewers. This is we have Vikas Ahuja. Says, sir, I have Vedanta के shares, 150 share है मेरे पास 433 के. I want to add more 3 से 4 महीने के लिए, और इसमें outlook क्या रहेगा? A lot of buzz on the demerger news front that will now come in into the new year as well on Vedanta. What's your suggestion, Kush?
So Vedanta, again, I would suggest it's not a trading stock for a couple of months or a couple of quarters. It's a long-term bet. Just buy it and hold it, because the dividend payout ratio is one of the highest of Vedanta, and I believe even now we are seeing some price appreciation too. So you will get double bonanza for that. So, but that would be only beneficial if you are a long-term investor. So I suggest that if you are investing for long-term, you can convert Vedanta position into your long-term portfolio. Maybe trade somewhere else where there is high beta, as I mentioned, in banking stocks or maybe Bharti Airtel, which are high beta stocks. Vedanta is a perfect stock. You have entered at the lower level. Just hold it for at least 4 to 5 years. You will benefit a lot.
Okay, let's take the next question now, and this one is from Sandeep from Delhi. He says, Kush sir, I have 500 shares on ONGC at 225. My time horizon is 1 to 2 years. Crude prices right now are volatile. So what is your view on ONGC?
Definitely ONGC, again, it's a good stock to hold for long term, and your view is also for 2 to 3 years. Stock had been in a downtrend since last couple of months, but now since last 4 days, it has consolidated strongly around 230 levels, and we are seeing a breakout today above all short-term moving averages. So hold on to ONGC. Uh, Stop loss can be around 220 for the long term. On the upside, we will see around 285 to 90 in a couple of years. So definitely hold on to ONGC.
Okay, all right. We have a few more questions coming in on our YouTube, some interesting ones there. Vinod says, sir, I have 100 shares of Finolex Cables at 957. What should be my approach right now? Shall I hold or average? My view is 6 months.
Uh, Finolex cable, definitely you can average it out. It's a risky average, but definitely looking at the indicator and price movement since last 6 months, we are seeing some positive divergence, which means momentum is building up. Maybe price was lower due to some volumes. So average out and keep a stop loss of your averaging quantity at around 760. Hold it for next 2 to 3 months, and around 900, 950 we'll book some profit. So when we cross 900, you can come back and then we'll book out something. But definitely you can average it out and stick stop loss at around 770.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next question. This one is from one of our viewers, Yamin Ahmad. He says, I'm Mirza Yamin from Riyadh, and I want to know from you. My wife is telling me, let us sell the old gold jewelry that we have, which is of old designs, because the prices are at an all-time high. Then when the prices come down, I can buy gold jewelry for the lower price and newer designs as well. Well, it's a interesting question there, Kush. What would you advise people, looking at this high price and looking to take the benefit probably by selling their old designs gold jewelry and probably waiting for prices to dip further? Will they dip at all?
As of now, I'm looking, due to instability in geopolitical reasons, I think gold prices are expected to move even higher. This week is crucial because we opened up at a gap up today morning in dollar terms, and we are almost crossing a life high in dollar terms. So I believe you should hold on to your gold as of now. Don't book profits or sell jewelries right now. Maybe around 4,600 in dollar terms. So I am expecting still 6 to 7% upside on gold prices. So just wait for a couple of weeks.
Wait for a couple of weeks. Okay. Roshan Pradhan says, sir, what is your view on transformers and rectifiers for a fresh entry?
Definitely, this stock has been a good wealth creation for many investors who have been holding it for quite a long time. But since last couple of months, we are seeing some correction. I believe 240 is a good support. Still, there is some confirmation awaited for an upside rally. So wait for a new position.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next one then. This question is from, we have one of our viewers writing it, Satya. He says, is Cyient a good stock to average at the current stage, or should I book my losses and exit from this one?
So if he's a long-term investor, I don't recommend to book losses. But definitely, if you're a short-term trader, I believe yes, stock is into downtrend and we may see some more downside. Then maybe you can book losses and convert it to say frontline stocks like banking stocks, which I believe will give a good rally in next 2-3 weeks. So if you're a short-term trader, definitely book loss and shift to banking stocks. Or if you're long-term investors, just wait, we'll leverage it out in couple of months.
ओके, चंद्र सिंह जी हैं और ये लिखते हैं, सर आई वांट टू नो अबाउट क्लीन साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजीज, व्हाट इज योर आईपीओ में मेरे पास मिला था, तो मेरे पास डेफिनेटली बहुत अर्ली लेवल्स के हैं और 1 to 2 years टाइम फ्रेम के लिए मैं और होल्ड कर सकता हूँ. व्हाट इज योर सजेशन ऑन दिस वन? क्लीन साइंस एक ऐसा आईपीओ था जिसने काफी बेहतरीन परफॉर्मेंस दिया था इन्वेस्टर्स को लिस्टिंग के बाद भी. 902 पर अभी ट्रेड कर रहा है, क्या सलाह देंगे इनको?
Definitely, but after IPO, the stock has completely been downturn. So this is what I was talking about newly listed stocks. I mean, they give a good run up for a couple of days, maybe a week after listing, and they are way back to the downside momentum. So I think technically stock is pinching new low, but just wait. We may not average it out. Let's wait for quarterly results.
Okay, next we have a question from Karthik from Chennai. He says, sir, I have 200 shares of HAL at 3,850. I have a long term, 3 to 4 years time frame. Defense stocks are continuing to get hot now. What is your outlook on HAL?
Definitely, for a good choice for long-term investment. I think defense sector of India is going to outperform in next 5 years, and HL is a good stock. It has shown some signs of reversal this week also, since last 2 weeks. So hold on to HL with a stop loss of 4,200. On the upside, I believe we may cross 6,000 by the time you like to book profit. So 2 years is a good time to hold on.
Okay, we'll take one last question. This one is from Arihant Pavpan. He says, I'm a big fan of business today. Thank you so much, Arihant, for writing in. NCC के ऊपर इनका सवाल है. 190 पर खरीदा हुआ है. कुछ 1-2 महीनों में काफी यहाँ पर volatile moves देखने को मिले, negative returns भी देखने को मिले हैं. कैसे देखते हैं आप NCC को right now?
Definitely, I believe a good one-side momentum we have seen in NCC from 205 levels. We are at 156 in just 2 months. So almost a 25% correction. So I believe here we are trying to make some base. So if you are a risk taker, you can average it out at current price. Stop loss would be around 150. We may see a short covering to 185, 200 in next couple of months. So definitely a good time to average NCC.
Okay, got that. I hope this has answered your question. All right, towards the end, Kush, let's talk about your outlook for the new year 2026. अब ये साल जो 2025 निकला है, इसमें काफ़ी ज़्यादा वॉलेटिलिटी देखने को मिली, अनसर्टनिटी देखने को मिली, लेकिन बावजूद उसके टुवर्ड्स द एंड द निफ्टी हैज़ मैनेज्ड अबाउट 8-9% ऑफ रिटर्न्स. वी हैव सीन लेसर रिटर्न्स ऑन द ब्रॉडर मार्केट्स. बट न्यू ईयर के लिए क्या आपका आउटलुक है सेंसेक्स पर और निफ्टी पर? किस तरीके के टारगेट्स आप देख रहे हैं?
Definitely, I believe this week is going to be crucial to define what would be the path for Nifty. Reason is that in 2024 also we had made high around 26,200. This year also approximately we are trading around same level. So practically, if you look, we have got zero returns. So I believe if we close about 26,300 this week or before 31st December, we are inching towards 28,000 in 2026.
Okay, fair point. और आपके पसंद के स्टॉक्स कौन से होंगे कुछ? What will you bet big on for the year 2026? Which is going to be a dark horse stock?
So for 2026 or for the short term?
For 2026.
So I believe yes, my favorite sector has always been hospitality sector. I believe yes, definitely there was some hiccups due to Indigo, but I think still travel is at the peak. Lemon Tree is one of my favorite stock. I think still we can buy Lemon Tree hotels at current levels. Stop loss would be around 150 for the year 2026. Target are 250 plus. So I believe Lemon Tree is catering the major sector of India, population of India, the upper middle class with this 4-star category. And also now they are expanding their 5-star brand under Orica. So I think Lemon Tree is a good stock to have in your portfolio.
Okay, Lemon Tree from the hospitality space could turn out to be a great stock to look at for 2026. That's what Kush believes at this point in time. Thank you so much, Kush, for being with us on the show and for, of course, addressing all those queries of our viewers and giving us an outlook on the markets in 2026. 26,125, 160 points higher. The going has been strong. Let's see in the last 2.5 hours of trade whether the Nifty continues to sustain this move, builds on it, or sees some profit taking, because remember, it's a truncated week. On Thursday, we have the markets shut shop because of Christmas holiday. So let's see whether we have some more strength to build onto the gains that we've garnered today. Stay tuned with us. Market coverage on the other side. And of course, at 2 p.m., we have a special coverage on gold and silver, and of course for the outlook on 2026 as far as these two, blockbuster performing commodities are concerned. What should you be expecting? 2 p.m. is when we will be joined by a commodities expert.
From overnight global cues to live Dalal Street moves, we decode what matters for your money today. From stocks to sectors to the top business news.